Let's see how we can connect to the internet, or more precisely, it's about how data travels over the internet. Okay, as we know that computers and devices are connected together, and we send information from one side to the other side. The data is sent from one place to the other place, and the data is stored on the servers. And we are the clients. We communicate to those servers using wired and wireless transmission media. So either it is a wired medium or it is a wireless medium, we are connected to the internet, and then that is stored on the this data server. So for example, when a home user opens up a web page, whenever you will open up any web page, then there will be any cable modem that will transfer the computer's digital signals to the cable line in your home, or if it is a DSL router, it will transmit that, it will transfer that to the transmission line in your house, which will in turn, that is, your request will travel through the cable television lines to the central cable system, or to be more precisely, nowadays it is the DSL system. So it will be transferred to that system, and in turn it will be sent to the central cable system, or to be sent to the central server in your area, or in your country, in your area, sorry. And then it will be transferred to the ISP. So the ISP, this is actually the ISP which will route your request to through the internet backbone to the destination server. So this is the destination server, and in same way it will be sent back to you. So, on the internet, your computer or device which will access data and services. So, this website is actually accessing the website from this server. So, it is connected to the wired medium or the wireless medium, which can be any phone line, fiber optic cable, coaxial cable, DSL, anything, or it can be any wireless mechanism which includes radio waves, satellite signals, anything. So that if there's no wire system, then it will be directly linked to this server. Sorry, not server, this is linked to this network, the one which is providing you the internet services. So the inner structure of internet, it actually works like the transportation system, that everything is transporting your message. Okay, so these major carriers will make up the internet backbone, and this transmission media that makes up the internet backbone, it exchanges data at several different major sites across the country. So that's how they can transfer data from one network to the other network until they reach their final destination. So of course, for every website that you open up, there will be an address. So whenever you will write down the request in your browser, it will be located with the help of that IP address from this server. So that IP address, or the internet protocol address, internet relies on this addressing scheme. Without addressing, it cannot locate the website that you want to open up. So internet relies on this addressing scheme, that is an IP address, or internet protocol address, which is a unique sequence of numbers to open up your website, that uniquely identifies the location of each computer or a device connected to the internet, that is, which website to return the address back to. So, as you know that this is an IP address is a unique combination of digits. As you cannot recall, you cannot remember the roll numbers and registration numbers of everyone, so you call them with the help of the name. Similarly, as we cannot recall these IP addresses, we use the domain name. So this google.com, hotmail.com, gmail.com, it is recalled with the help of this domain name. So internet uses these two addressing schemes, that is IPv4 and IPv6 addressing schemes. You don't have to go into these details, what is the difference between these two. Due to the growth of the internet, IPv4 was the previous version, so these addresses were they were very just about, it was a very short addressing scheme. Their addresses were short, so they had to increase the addressing scheme. So the IPv6 scheme was introduced, which increased the available number of IP addresses exponentially, because so you see, this is a lengthy address, and IPv4 started from just like it had 74.125.224. So IPv6 version, it had 2001 sort of IP version scheme. So the internet addresses scheme increased the available number of IP addresses exponentially. And because these IP addresses are very difficult to remember, that's why they are being supported by the domain name. So domain name through which we name the websites, these are the text-based names that correspond to this IP address. So whenever you will write google.com, it will definitely go and find out the address behind that google.com, that is the IP address associated with it. So a domain name is a part of the web address that you will type in the browser whenever you want to locate an address. And there's a third terminology, that is the DNS, that is domain name server. So the domain name server, it actually this server translates this domain name to the associated IP address. So whenever you will write down google.com, it will locate it in the domain name server. For every domain there is an associated IP address, so it will find out that IP address from that domain name. So then we have these are the different types of top level domains. In any web address, there are domains that is .com, .edu, .gov. These are known as top level domains. So as their name indicates, these domains have different purposes. So this is actually a suffix of the domain, which identifies a type of organization associated with that domain. So these domains are introduced to give the your businesses flexibility and creativity whenever they have to purchase the domain. For example, you want you want to develop a website for a university, so definitely you will purchase this domain .edu. And whenever you want to go for you want to develop a website for a TV, so you will recently that .tv is introduced, so you will use that domain .tv. So .gov is for government agencies, .mil is for military organizations, .net is for commercial or network companies, .org is for non-profit organizations. So these TLDs are being introduced to give the individuals flexibility for their work. Now we have an organization that approves these domains. आप ऐसे ही नहीं उठ के कोई भी domain name suggest कर सकते. So that organization is ICANN, which stands for Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, which assigns these domains. And apart from these domains, we also have a suffix attached, that is .com, .pk, that is the country domain, that is country code, which is actually a two-letter country code, .pk, .au, .us, .in. So that domain is actually becomes the part of your website. So .pk means it is the website, it is a commercial website of Pakistan. So .au means it is the website of Australia, and similarly we can add the country code to distinguish it for which website it actually belongs. Sorry, which country it actually belongs to. Okay, so whenever you develop a website, what you actually do, you register your websites. You register this domain so that the other people, they can find your websites easily using a browser. So you register this domain .google.com or .fcc.edu.com. So You cannot tell people the IP addresses, you will actually tell them the domain names. So whenever you will register the domain name, it will be easy for people to remember, to navigate your website and remember your website easily. So um, okay, how a browser displays a requested web page. So it is very simple. Whenever you have to find out any website, you just write down the name of the website, or the name of the um, that domain name in the browser, and then it will be the browser will communicate with the DNS server maintained by your ISP. Every ISP maintains the domain name servers. That's why it do not has to look up to the server for that, to check about the domain name or IP address of that domain. So domain name server is the method that the internet uses to store the domain names and the corresponding IP addresses. So for every domain there is an IP address stored in the DNS server. So the DNS server will translate this domain to this IP server, so IP address on the that domain name server, so that request can be routed to the correct computer. So you see, it will be redirected to this browser, and then the browser will directly connect to that IP address, and that IP address will return back the web page. So the browser will use that IP address to contact the web server at that specified web address to get the contents of that web page. Okay, now there are various terminologies that you need to know. We have the World Wide Web, which or WWW, you might know it from years. It is actually the web, which consists of a worldwide collection of electronic documents, that is web pages. So when you write www, it actually means World Wide Web, or you can simply call it as web. It has a lot of electronic documents, or you can say lots of web pages. So every electronic document is known as a web page, and you all know that a web page contains pictures, text, videos, audio, any graphics, animation, anything you want to add into it. So that one single page is a web page, and lots of web pages make up a website. So a website is a collection of many web pages and associated items, videos, pictures, etc. And web pages can be static web page, or it can be dynamic web page. So okay, I will distinguish it later on. Let's see. These websites are being stored on the web server. So whenever you will make up a website, these websites are stored on the web servers. So web server is a computer that will deliver the requested web page to your computer whenever you will ask for a website. And then there are if we talk about the websites are static and dynamic websites. Static website, as the name indicates, it do not changes. Whenever you will open up, you will see the same content on that page, whereas on a dynamic website, the content of the web page will change every time you will open up that page. For example, Facebook, dynamic web pages, they also contain customized content. For example, the date and time changes, the weather changes, ticket availability for flights changes. Whenever you go for online shopping, that things changes. So this, it depends upon the speed of your internet connection and the amount of graphics on that website, about the loading of that website. Then we have the web server, which is web server is can store multiple websites. So क्या रह गया? Web 2.0. Okay, Web 2.0 actually it refers to the websites that provides a means for users to share personal information. So then, as technologies got matured in mid 2000s, um, that is the year 2000. So industry decided that they should term change the concept of this static websites and dynamic websites to something different. That is, they have turned the entire thing to uh, in fact not changed, they have added the social media, social networks, in which you, the user, can modify website content. For example, a wiki website, or you can provide applications through a web browser, for example web apps, or you can change the website. For example, you can add your pictures, add your videos, you can write the content. So that is the Facebook sort of online social network. So the concept was known as web 2.0, and in that comes only those websites that will provide the means for you to share your personal information, or you can modify the website content. Web before 2.0 was the one which was created by the developer, and you were not able to modify it. You as a user, you are only a user, आप इसको change नहीं कर सकते. But in the concept of web 2.0, you can share your personal information, you can modify the website content, and you can do changes to that content as well. Okay, so this, here we have that types of web pages, the static pages or the dynamic web pages. So the pages are can be static or fixed, and there are dynamic pages, that is the changing pages. So in static pages, you cannot change the content. The content will remain the same whenever you will view the web page. आज देखें 10 साल बाद देखें, it will be the same. Whereas in the dynamic website, the content of the web page will generate every time you will open it up, and it will also change according to your choice. आप एक button click करें, so that content will be changed. So dynamic websites may contain customized content as well. Okay, so where you open up the website, so you need a browser. You can navigate on the web with the help of a web browser. So a browser is an application that enables user with an internet connection to access and view web pages on a computer or mobile device. So without a browser, you won't be able to open up a website. So you need a browser on your laptop, on your computer, and you need a browser on your mobile phone as well. We have internet capable mobile devices nowadays, that is smartphones. They have a special type of browser. The browser of a mobile phone is known as a mobile browser, whereas the browser on your computer, laptop, they are known as web browsers. So the mobile browser is specifically designed for your small screens, and they adjust themselves according to the screen size. So pages, mm, they have a unique address. Whenever you will type up in the browser, they will open up for you. So many websites can detect if you are accessing their content on a mobile device, and they will access their sizes accordingly. So whenever you will run a browser, it may retrieve and display a starting web page that is known as the home page. So whenever you will open up the first page of the website, it will be known as the home page. Nowadays we have the browsers which support tab browsing, यानी कि आप multiple tabs open कर सकते हैं. In past, what it was like, you had to open multiple tabs. So 10-15 tabs नीचे खुल जाती थी whenever we had to do an assignment. So nowadays it is very easy for you. You open up one browser and you open multiple tabs. You see, this is a tab, this is another tab, this is another tab. So you can organize tabs in a group, you can move one tab, you can save the tabs as favorites. You can you want to if you want to open that website later on, so you can save that in the favorites part. So some websites attempt to track your browsing habits. It will also track your personal information if you have enabled the cookies in that browser. Okay, so a web address that you use to open up the website. It will be a unique address. It is also known as a web address, or it is known as a uniform resource locator, that is URL. So a URL has it is a unique address. It consists of different parts, and it will retrieve a web page using that address. So if you know the website or the web address of a web page, you can type in the address bar of the browser, and then it will open up for you. So if you want to if you know the exact path in that page, you can directly jump onto that. For example, this is a web page of a website, that is https://www.nps.gov/history/places.htm. So this web address has different parts. HTTP, say, it represents the protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, and then www, as I told you earlier, it is the host name. It is the host name of the website, and NPS is the domain name of that website. This this HTTP, this is the hypertext transfer protocol. It will actually tell you okay, every website has a rule how to transfer the web pages on the internet. So similarly, this hypertext transfer protocol it is a set of set of rules that will tell how the web page will be transferred on the internet. So if it is an HTTPS, it means it is a secure website. So you should not worry about the transfer of the web page. So the text between the protocol and the domain name, it is known as the host name. It will identify the type of internet server or the name of the web server. So this www indicates it is a web server. Okay, rest I have already told you. .gov is that NPS is the domain name. .gov is the top level domain, and if it was written .pk, that means it was a country code top level domain. Then history slash places, it is the history slash अगर कुछ और भी होता तो that makes up the path. And the page that you actually want to open was places. You want to see the places. यहाँ पे यार के वेबसाइट में बहुत सारे buttons लगे हुए हैं, so यहाँ पे अपने places वाली tab को press किया, so it has opened up the places.htm page for you. So this path, this history slash places.htm, it is a web address that has identified that a web page is located in the folder named history on the server, on the web server, on the website nps.gov. So whenever you will enter this web address, so it will get the IP address from nps.gov, and then it will send a request to the web server that open up this places.htm from the folder history. So there are some browsers and websites that do not require you to write http or www. हमें लिखने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है, सिर्फ google.com लिखें तो भी open हो जाता है. So if you start writing the web address, if you even type an incorrect web address, it will display a list of similar addresses. Or nowadays the browsers are so much efficient, especially the search browser. They will tell you they will suggest you the exact website if you have typed it wrong. So whenever you will type web address in the browser, you are actually asking the this web server to return you this website. Okay, then in the chapter 1 we discussed about web apps and mobile apps. So again, this topic is back. So a web app is an application, it is a website that is stored on a web server that you access through a browser. So users typically interact with web apps directly on the website. So you can directly open up a website, you can directly open up the website on your mobile, on your laptop, desktop, anywhere. So these web applications host usually provide storage on the server, on the servers to store the images on the website, the videos on the website, everything. So the servers have the storage that is known as cloud storage to store these things along with the website. So many web app hosts provide free access to their software. So there are also some hosts that charge for access to more services, or for more things. If you want to add advertisements, they will charge you. And then we have the mobile apps we have discussed earlier. It is the application that are used to open up the websites on a mobile device, and you can download these. This application you can download from the Play Store or the App Store on the smartphone. So mobile apps, they take the advantage of the features of device such as touchscreen, digital cameras, microphones, and embedded GPS server, so that you can easily capture and enter the data. Um, so then we have the types of websites. Okay, so we have various different types of websites available. These websites contain search engines, we have online social networks, we have websites, we have media sharing websites, bookmarking, news, weather, sports, mass media, TV, educational, government, business, organization. We have blogs, we have health and fitness websites, science websites, entertainment. We use the banking and finance websites, we use the travel and tourism websites. Then we have mapping, retail and auction websites, we have career websites, employment sector, etc. So you name anything, you can get a website of it on the internet. So let's explore these types of websites one by one. Okay, so the first type of website is a search engine that we all of us daily in our life daily use these search engines, or this for example, Google is a search engine. So a web search engine is a software that finds websites, it finds web servers, web page, sorry, not web servers, web server, it finds the web pages, images, videos, news, maps, or any other information related to a specific topic on the internet. So you can even use this search engine to solve your to find out the find out the to solve your equations, to find out the words, to find out synonyms, antonyms, translation भी आप करा सकते हैं. Anything you can write down anything in the search engine and you can find out the answer. So there are thousands of search engines available. For example, we have Google, Yahoo, Bing. They are the most powerful and helpful search engines that we use to locate information on the web. Even if we do not know the exact web address, and if we are typing wrongly, we can find it out from these search engines. Okay, so then we have the search engines which classify or search according to different things. For example, if you write down something in the search engine Google, आपको उससे related images भी मिल जाएंगी, you will get the videos, maps, audio, blogs, people, everything. ऊपर tabs नजर आ रही होंगी, so you should explore those tabs. So search engines require that uh, you should enter an exact word, or you can enter a phrase. This thing is known as a search text. So depending upon your search text, search engines will respond with thousands to billions of search results, known as hits. So the content of the search results varies depending upon the type of information you are looking for, and your texts your search text. So then we have the terminology known as subject directory, which classifies web pages in an organized set of categories, such as we have web pages related to sports, shopping, and related subcategories. The disadvantage with subject category is that users sometimes have difficulty deciding which category to choose as they work through the menus of the links present. This subject directory um, tells you actually it classifies the web pages. So whenever you want to search something on the search engine, so it will help you in because the websites were already classified by this set of categories, their categories. Okay, now there are certain tips and techniques to improve your search results. There are various ways to find out. So there are some tips that you should remember. Whenever you use specific nouns, you will directly get the search result. Um, if you put the most important terms first in the search text, that then you will get the solution easily. The spellings should be, you can alternate the spellings to find it out. uh, and then you can use various search operators to refine your search. For example, if अगर आप plus लगा दें, minus लगा दें, double quotes लगा दें, static लगा दें, so it will help you in finding out, it will in defining your research actually. So if you give a space, so it will find both words. Okay, for example, if you want to find out the stuff about arts and music, so it will look for arts and it will look for music as well. And if you want to, and it will work as and if you want to write down either, you want to get the research in either ways, so you will write down or in it, so it will give you the results from either art or either from music. If you want to combine them, you can add the brackets to it, so you can combine search results to include the specific words कि ये bracket वाले तो लाजमी हो, ठीक है. And if you want to exclude something, you can add minus, that the result should exclude these things. And if you want to look for an exact phrase in a certain order, then you can add the double quotes. And if you want to substitute the characters in the place of static, so you can add the static sign onto it. Okay, so the next type of website is the online social network. That is, we all are familiar with the online social networks. These are और आपकी जो Facebook है, आपका Instagram है, these are online social networks. Then we have informational and research websites, which actually contain the factual information, um, whatever information. Okay, websites, there are lots of websites, so we have actually categorized the websites in search engine की website अलग कर दी हमने, social networks को अलग कर दिया, that was also a website. Facebook is also a website. Then we have libraries, encyclopedias, dictionaries sort of website, these are also websites. Then we have media sharing websites, for example photo sharing, music. Okay, let's do one by one, तो आपको ज़्यादा clear होगा. So information and research website, as the name indicates, it will include the websites like encyclopedia वाली website, dictionary हो गई, guides हो गई. So on the numerous different topics, health and medicine वाली भी also come under information and research. आपकी research papers वाली websites हैं, they come under information and research websites. Then we have media sharing website. It is a website that enables you to share medias as photos, videos, music, and you can also name them photo sharing websites. There are music sharing websites. You can share the videos as well. Here comes the question, can you would you use media sharing website instead of this online social network? Can we exchange them? So the answer is that although both same as similar, so some users choose traditional media site if they want to post something publicly, and so that's why they simply want to post photos, videos, or music to share, so they will use their online social net. Sorry, if they don't want to, they don't want that to share with the people whom they do not know. They want to share in their own social network, then that's why they will use that in online social networks. So media sharing websites are those that you will actually use, you will use on publicly. So although you can make online social networks public as well, but usually it comes, इसको हम जब categorize करते हैं, so it is more personal. So you, before you allow someone to take your photo or video, you may remember that your photo or video is posted on the on that media sharing website, so they can be accessed publicly. So that's why you will not post photos or videos that are protected by copyrights on the media sharing website, whereas in the online social networks, that you are sharing these things with the with your circle, with your close circle, with your friends, etc. And then we have bookmarking websites. So bookmarking site is the website that enables you to organize, tag, and share links to media and other online content. So here, you are actually tagging people. You add tags to the people. So tag is a short label that you assign to your web pages, photos, videos, blogs. जो आप hashtag लगा देते हैं, so these are those websites, so that you can locate them later on. So there are websites and web apps that support tagging. For example, Instagram, Facebook पे भी आजकल है. You can tag people and then you can organize the online content. You can write down the hashtag and then you can find out about that later on. Then we have news, weather, sports, and other mass media websites. And the websites about the news, article related to current events, politics, वाली ये सारी websites come under this category. So it is giving you the current affairs. आजकल का नया सारा sports, weather, up to date information is being provided to you by these sort of websites.